Good morning. My name is Brian. Welcome back to the ranch. So today we're going to plant my cover crop for the fall and spring. I'm going to do, it's called Zulu Arrowleaf clover. And so it should germinate this fall, grow a little bit and then kind of go dormant, and then it'll really take off in the spring. It'll give some good forage for my cattle to feed off of. But more importantly, it's going to fix nitrogen into the soil. A few videos ago, I showed you my upper hay field, and that just grows incredibly well. It's beautiful. The forage is really good for the cows. Unfortunately, my lower hay fields that I'll show here in a second, that struggles a little bit. There's a portion that's right up against the trees that is south facing, just doesn't really get a lot of sun sometimes, so the ground is really bare. The coastal Bermuda doesn't really grow very well there, so that's where I usually will plant my cover crops. I don't plant my cover crops where the Bermuda grass is growing really well, because that is the forage that my cattle prefer. And not only that, it grows really well in drought conditions. So we haven't had rain for over 32 days. The Bermuda is still green. It hasn't grown at all, but it stays green through the drought months, and it does really well. So there's about 2.5 acres that I've disked up. I'm gonna go ahead and drag it and spread the manure around, and then I'll get out my seed drill and we'll go ahead and plant my cover crop. So just below the dam, this is my lower hay field right here, and this is the area that's right up against the trees I was talking about. And nothing really grows well during the drought months. The Bermuda doesn't grow well because it's shaded. So this is usually where I plant my cover crop. Last year, summer, I did a mixture of about 12 different things. It didn't really take too well, but the Sudan grass did really well, so the cows really liked that. So I've already disked and mowed this area right here. I've mowed this area and drug a blanket to pick up all the sandburrs, or as many of the sandburrs as I can. Once this cover crop gets established, I'll go ahead in the spring, or actually in the early winter or late winter, I'll hit it with some pre-emergent so that hopefully the sandburrs don't grow back here. But it's just the whole area right here down to kind of where the tree line is over there. This is it's just mostly bare earth. Kind of out in the distance where you see the green, that's where the Bermuda is really thick and it grows really well, the coastal Bermuda. But all of this brown right here that's in the shade, this is what I need to run the disc through. I don't really want to till it, I just want to break up the soil. And then I'm going to drag it with my drag harrow, because there's a lot of manure that we need to spread out. And then I'll finally come through with my seed drill, and we'll plant the seed. done disking. I just want to disturb the soil, not actually till it up. It will till up a little bit in these bare areas, but you can just see you can see the faint lines in the Bermuda that I mowed down here. So hopefully these really bare areas like right here will fill in with a nice thick patch of the clover, and hopefully we'll have a nice big clover patch over here. It'll feed the soil some nitrogen, so hopefully we can encourage that Bermuda in the summertime to creep up. Plus I'll probably put a summer crop, cover crop here, because I just have a feeling it's just too shady for that Bermuda to really take hold. So all right, so this is my seed drill. It's a Brillian seed drill, and it's not a precision drill, it's actually a broadcast drill. So in a precision drill you would have discs that are very similar to you know, my disc harrow that I have, and it would cut a little trench, and then a little tube would put the seed directly into the little trench. This is a little bit different. This is a broadcast seed drill. So it basically underneath here just broadcasts the seeds, and then you have two rollers that are just slightly offset from each other, and one will cut the trench. The seeds will go in there, and then the cultipacker, which is the larger one behind it, that'll just kind of cover up the seed just enough. There's a couple of disadvantages with this seed drill. Number one, you can't really control how deep you're placing the seed, and the other thing is because it's a broadcast seeder, you have to use a little bit more seed than if you had a precision drill. The one advantages of this seed drill, and the reason why I bought it, was cost. This seed drill cost about $10,000. The cheapest precision seed drill that I wanted to get, it was by a company named Woods. That one started at $16,000. So I could afford this seed drill because I sold my boat. My boat sold for roughly about what I paid for this, so it didn't really cost me much of anything to get it. But the way that this seed drill is set up is there's two hoppers. There's two separate hoppers depending on the seed that you have, and here there's a list of the seeds and what setting you need to put it at, and then same with this one, depending on what seed you're using. If you have large seed, like say you're planting millet, or you're planting sunflowers, or you're planting, I still have a little left over from when I planted this last summer, you'll want to use the back hopper. This hopper is for fine seed, like I'm going to do for my arrowhead clover, my clover seed. So I got my clover seed from Hancock Seed Company. I've never used them before, so we'll see how it goes. I'm supposed to put about 10 to 15 pounds per acre. I'll probably put it a lot heavier than that. I'm just going to use the entire seed on this roughly about 2.5 acres. So I'm going to go ahead and get this filled, and we'll head on down to the fields and get it spread. All right, so there's 6 different hoppers, or sections of this hopper, and I went ahead and filled them as evenly, well, I could probably even them out a little bit more, but as evenly as I could, and hopefully this will cover my 2.5 acres sufficiently. All right, well, that's all I got for you today. I'll do a follow-up video as that clover starts to germinate, and hopefully before we get our first freeze, we'll have a nice stand of clover. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.